we have some liatris. These grow to 60. So these, oh no, the liatris has to go in back. So the gladiolas will have to go in front of those because these are 40, these are 60. So these will have to go in the very back. Hey friends, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Michelle and this is For Hope, Health, and Happiness, and what we do on this channel is just kind of family vlogging, but we focus a lot on gardening, healthy living, healthy eating, sustainable living. We're trying to do a lot more holistic practices, a lot more, done many years of research into my son's autism and what can help him feel better and what can help me and the whole family feel better. So that's kind of what our channel is all about. And today I just wanted to, I shot a little bit of a video the other day and I didn't really do an intro or you know, say goodbye or anything like that. I just shot a little bit of our spring garden and what we're going to need to do for cleanup and what our plans are. My seedlings are downstairs. I'll talk a little bit about that in a little bit. Okay, I thought I would just come down here real quick and shoot a little spring garden update because I've got my seedlings in my sun box, my winter sun box. I call it that because I get kind of sad in the winter in Minnesota because we don't see the sun a whole lot. I mean, we do, but it just seems like it's always dark and cold and gray, and this gives me my dose of sunshine in the winter. So anyway, that's where the seedlings are. I've got the greenhouse on a timer, so all the lights come on and off. They're on about 14 hours a day now that the seedlings are in there. I'll open it up just a little bit. I like to keep it somewhere between 55 and 65 for the humidity. You can see down there that it's 68 and 86 degrees in here. It's quite warm. All the seedlings are doing really well. So I'm gonna try to transplant. I'm gonna do a little experiment. Transplant some of the brassicas and direct sow and see which does better. I have a feeling that I know the direct sow will do a lot better, but I just wanted to do a little experiment. So got all my peppers down there, tomatoes there, some onions and comfrey and a few other miscellaneous medicinals there, and then my herbs, culinary herbs there, and I've got some cucumbers up there. And I know you're supposed to direct sow cucumbers, but I've always done it this way and it's never caused me any issues, so I'm going to continue doing it that way. We're going to go outside real quick. Oh my goodness, it is so humid out here. It's awful. We went from 30-degree weather to 80-degree and humid weather, like overnight just about. All of the garden beds, we're going to have to move the dirt a little bit so that we can straighten them up a little bit because we didn't stake the outsides. We just kind of put them up just to get them up. But we're going to pull the dirt in. I don't want to disturb the soil too much because of the nutrients and the stuff going on underneath the soil with the, you know, the good bacteria and everything. But I do need to get it straightened up a little bit. So we're going to stake it on the outside to keep it straightened. And then under this tree, I think I'm going to put potatoes this year instead of over in that bed. I want to put potatoes here because it's under the pine tree, and potatoes like acidy soil. So I'm going to try that. I want to put, here's where my greenhouse blew down. I want to put another bed from the greenhouse here all the way to the end down there. And I want to plant all the blueberries in here because, again, because of the pine trees. So yeah, we have a pile back there that we need to chip up that we took down last year from the trees. I want to take down this branch too because the garden bed here at the end, some of the tomatoes didn't get very much sun. I'm going to go back to the sister's garden and kind of talk about what we're going to do back there. this year. The bricks, we're gonna build that little patio here for sitting and, you know, kind of just having coffee in the garden. The rose box will be here, and it'll be climbing rose, and it'll go up and over. And then there'll be another rose box here surrounding this little patio. And then there's gonna be another garden bed, like the cinder block ones, along the fence here, and this is going to be Hayden's garden bed. So, and then we have the original garden bed there that we started with 4 or 5 years ago. I have been gardening for, you know, many years. It's just that we moved to this house and I never got a garden in, and then it just took a while. So here is the Three Sisters garden. This year I am definitely going to try to get to planting all my flowers around in the cinder blocks. My lavender and some of my herbs and things like that I'm going to plant in the cinder blocks to kind of ward off some of the other pests that could attack the garden. So this year I am going to take out that middle mound because I could not get to everything, and I just think if I take out that one middle mound, I'll be able to access all the other mounds. So, of course, this is the Three Sisters garden. So, compost piles are doing really good. They're all really sunk down. I think they were way up to the top at the beginning of winter last year. I'll go around and show you. I don't know what happened. I don't know if some kids cut the fence, but I wanted to redo it anyway. I don't like the way it sags, so I want to tighten it up. So I'll probably put another post here. Steve thought it would be okay to just do it to the fence, but I think it would be better to do it to a post. So let's see, we still have to fix the deck because it took forever for the stair treads to come in because of supply issues last fall. So we still have to do that. We have it all blocked off so nobody can go out up there and get hurt. But so we have to put those treads on now that it's warm enough to do so. Okay, so I'm just gonna take you around here really quick and show you the compost piles and how much they sunk. And I do not know what that is, but obviously there was something that had a ton of seeds and sprouted. So yeah, here's the compost pile. And they were pretty high last fall when we got all the stuff out of the garden. So there's going to be some pretty good garden gold under there. And we do have another greenhouse that we'll be putting up. I'm not sure what I'll grow in there because it will get pretty hot in there. I have some bird netting that I can use as a shade cover, but yeah, we'll see what we do with that. Of course, the pool is down for the winter, but that'll be coming up here soon. And there's the skeleton of my former greenhouse. We're keeping all of the stuff because we could probably, second purpose it for something. It can be good for something. A lot of the parts aren't bent, so I made a video of putting all these raspberry canes in. I took a raspberry bush from the side of the house and I just chopped it pretty much down to the ground like you would a rose bush for winter. And all of the clippings, I just took a chance and thought, what the heck? And I threw them in the ground. It killed my back to do so. And I didn't put out a video. I'll still put it out just to show like the experiment. I didn't want you to have to wait until spring to find out if it worked or not. So I saved that video to edit till now. But I am happy to report that almost every single one of these raspberry bushes that I put in the ground is sprouting leaves. Or not bush, but just, canes that I was just chopping off and gonna throw away. But isn't that cool? Raspberries are really hardy like that. I mean, some of them didn't come up, like this one didn't, but I mean, look at them all. I mean, and almost every single one of them has sprouts on them. I don't know about that one. This one does. This one does. This one does. This one does. That one does. I'm not sure about that one. This one does. You can see all the green, so you know that that's alive under there. There's a sprout on that one too. Almost every single one of these is sprouting, and I am so thrilled because I spent so much time putting them in the ground, taking a chance just to do a little experiment, and they're all sprouting. It's pretty amazing. There are the onions, the few onions that I left in the ground. When we did all our leaves and everything, we just threw them in here. This bed will probably till because we put all the yard waste in here, and we probably should have tilled it under last fall and let it decompose all winter, but live and learn. You know, that's what gardening's all about. You learn what works and do it better next year. So, but yeah, I'm pretty excited about these onions that I left in the ground. I did that as an experiment just to see what would happen, and I only had about a dozen of them, no, half a dozen. So, but most of them came up. Look at that. Pretty awesome. Onions are biennial, so if you plant them from seed, don't expect to get much the first year. And then here is my rhubarb. Yay. Allie was really happy to see that come up. Almost all of the strawberries have come back, along with some weeds I can see. But that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And then here's the raspberry bush that I had kind of chopped down. Gotta get rid of a few more sticks, but I had pretty much, like you can see, chopped it down to just about nothing. And all of those canes I planted on that side there. Pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna go around the front here just to show you what the plan is. Sorry about the wind. So I have a lot more of these flower baskets, and I am going to make hangers to put along the fence back there. We used to have that at our old house, and I really miss it. So the baskets will be filled with flowers. And then also for the flowers, I was seeing how I have those coconut core baskets. I've got about maybe about 15 of them, I think. At our old house in town, we lived in Rochester when Piper was born. Piper and Brady actually both. We built this house because we wanted the kids to be in this school district. So anyway, so those were all hanging along the fence, and I really want to do that this year. We took our old deck apart, so I've got all the spindles from that. I'm going to recycle those, and I'm going to make plant hangers, and I'm going to rehang my baskets because I really miss my flower baskets. And in the flower baskets will be things like moss roses, just short things like moss roses, petunias, snapdragons, maybe some celosia, because that can sometimes don't grow as tall. Up front here, I'm planning on doing flowers. This front part will be purple, okay? I've got gladiolas, liatris, I don't know, I've got a bunch of purple bulbs, and what else? I don't remember. When I was doing that walkthrough, I couldn't remember which bulbs it was that I had purchased so that we could put those in the ground. I'm getting them in kind of late, but you know what? Sometimes life gets in the way and you just have to do what you can to make the best of everything. So up front, I was talking about how everything is going to be purple, and so these are 16-inch, these are freesia doubles, and I'm going to put these in, I'm going to layer things. So in front of Brady's window at the very back is going to be gladiolas, and I bought this kind. They're purple, they're really pretty. I hope they turn out nice. And I just got them from the big box store. I'm just going to try this and see how it goes. But these come out 40 inches, and look at, that's what kind they are. They're called Vista. And there's 30 bulbs in here, so we're gonna plant those all out in front. I'm not sure if I want a succession sow because I got 2 packages of them, but I don't want to dig twice, so I'll probably just, my plan is to move away all the wood chips from the front and then just dig a trench and then just plant them. So I'll plant those all along the house. And then we have some liatris. These grow to 60. So these, oh no, the liatris has to go in back. So the gladiolas will have to go in front of those because these are 40, these are 60. So these will have to go in the very back. And then we've got the gladiolas. And then these are the stars. I think these are so pretty. They're called cherry pie dahlias. And those also will go 40. So I think what I'll do is I'll do one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these. And I know that these kind of multiply, but we'll plant them and see what happens. You guys can experiment with me. So I'm not a master gardener. I've been gardening for probably 25 years. So yeah, these will be in front. Then we'll do alternating gladiolas and dahlias. And then in the very back will be the liatris. So we'll just see what happens, okay? I've got a butterfly bush that I'm gonna put over there. And then of course the flowers in the baskets. Forgive the dandelions, we don't like to use fertilizer because we organic garden, so. Okay, on this side over here, I'm going to put a tropical color garden up here. So I'm not saying like tropical flowers. Yeah, we live in farm country, so tractors all the time. So I'm talking about like yellows and peaches and like the queen lime mix and, you know, different dahlias and different zinnias, but that kind of coloring. And then I talked about how the other side of the house over there is going to be kind of a mix of tropical colors. So I thought pink is my favorite color, pink and purple. And it's always been that way. So there's some more liatris in here, so those will go up front. But then we've got some stargazer lilies, which are one of my favorites. I love stargazer lilies. They make me sneeze. Not the greatest there, but I love them and they're so pretty. So we're gonna do some stargazer lilies, some pink gladiolas along the side over there. And then I bought this dahlia mix, which is kind of tropical. So it just makes me, our dream upon dreams, if we could afford it, would be to move to Hawaii, and this just kind of makes me think of being in Hawaii, you know, all these tropical colors. So I'm gonna do these, and then I also really love like the queen lime mix of the zinnias, so I'm gonna interplant some of those too. So it'll be these and then the lime series, like the queen lime blush, the queen lime orange. I'm gonna plant some envy, which are just plain green, and then I think I have there's this really cool, it's like called a twister, I think, echinacea, and I'll throw that up. It's got like pink and green, it's really pretty. So I'm gonna plant some of those. And then in front, I will do some normal echinacea with the purples. So that's what I'm going to do out there with the flowers. So that'll all be this top tier. And guys, look at this. So I had been checking on this like frequently this spring, and I thought they had all died. But look, my asparagus is coming back. I'm so thrilled. And even this one, you can see that it's alive right there. It's hard to see, but you can see it right there. It's alive. And then we had there, and there, and there, and there, and there. I'm so excited that it all came back. All right, well, that's about it for this episode, guys. I am so glad that you came. I'm so glad that you stayed till the very end. If you have any questions, just pop them down in the comment section below and I'll try to get to them. Otherwise, till next time, see you later.
If you like this video, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. It really helps us grow. Subscribe, share, and turn on the bell notification. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for sharing. Your support means the world to us. Until next time, never stop learning to grow wherever you're presently planted.